The outside corner at 93 miles an hour. According to our speed gun, it's brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. It's seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Swinging a bouncer foul on another heater. 68 degrees officially as we get started. Sun has made a reappearance. Most of the field in the shadows. The 0-2, Carroll hits a pop-up off of third, foul territory. It's Colt Keith, and he'll make the catch.
Did you mention how much foul territory is in this ballpark?
A lot more than at Target Field. Very spacious yard here in Detroit.
Large dimensions, but with the wind blowing out, it will go.
Those dimensions not as large as they used to be. They brought the fences in on a couple of different occasions over the last couple of decades. Here's the red-hot Kyle Teal. First pitch by Flaherty is off the outside on a slider. You'll see a lot of breaking stuff from Flaherty. Hands over the head. The kick, now the pitch. Backed him away on a fastball. White Sox in their road gray uniforms. The Tigers in their Motor City Connect uniforms with various shades of blue. The 2-0 to Teal. Outside, ball 3.
See if Kyle has a green light. In these windy conditions, I'd definitely give it to him.
A 3-0 pitch, a swing and a line drive right to the glove of Torkelson at first base. So had the green light, hit it hard, but right at a defender.
Yep, that's the one thing that you just can't control is sometimes you hit it hard, but you can't aim it. And he pulled it like you should on 3-0, and unfortunately right at the first baseman.
That'll bring up Curtis Mead. He's playing first base. 2 outs, opening inning. Fans still filing in. Mead takes a curve on the outside corner. Strike 1. Mead batting .251 overall in his best stretch with the White Sox. 0-1 is called strike. Might have been low on a fastball, but a good frame by Dylan Dingler, the catcher.
Well, there are 2 pitches to make the count 0-2 that both actually missed the box that's on the monitor that we're watching. So as a hitter, you're going, really, this is a massive strike zone.
2 strikes on the right hand hitting Curtis Mead. The pitch. Fastball low. Pretty similar to the previous pitch.
Yeah, that's kind of shocking for the batter and the pitcher. They're both probably thinking the same result would happen.
The 1-2. Same pitch, low again.
Well, why wouldn't you? If you're Flaherty, throw the same pitch that was called a strike back-to-back. You should, thinking it's going to go your way.
2-2 try. Mead hits a ground ball fair over the bag at third. It'll go toward the left field corner. Riley Green will go pick it up. And Mead a big turn around second. He's got a 2-out double. That's his 5th double over the last 7 games.
Well, yeah, that now is an 8-game hitting streak where he's picked up 11 hits. He got the breaking ball right there and just rolled it right over the top of the base.
So a 2-out double. That'll bring up Colson Montgomery. Hey, for every home White Sox double, Tito's donates $100 to Chicago White Sox charities. Up to $10,000 distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Montgomery takes low. Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
I'd love to see Colson just stay to the big part of the ballpark. Just don't think you have to pull the ball to hit it out tonight, because with that wind, it definitely will fly even over that long fence to center.
The stretch by Flaherty and a 1-0, and Montgomery pops it up. It'll get back into the seats.
He got beat on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle up.
He hit a booming home run last night at Target Field. He's got 17 now, and he takes a fastball inside. That was a 50-50 call.
Well, right now, the strike zone's pretty unpredictable because Jack Flaherty looked in and goes, okay, hold on. Is that in or out or up or down? And he got the answer just to confirm that he was probably not right.
Montgomery fouls on a curveball. There is a glass building off to our right, and the sun is hitting that building and blinding me at the moment.
Sorry about that. I'm doing okay over here.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're at a good angle.
Right in this. I got this spot where it's just protecting me.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, 2 outs. The pitch. Montgomery with a base hit out into left center. Meade around third's going to score. So a 2-out rally, and the Sox lead 1-0 in the first.
Boy, that has got to sting if you're Flaherty, because he was just 1 strike away from putting Meade out. He hit the double on a breaking ball, and then next batter comes up and drives him in. So that is stressful.
So Montgomery picks up his 43rd RBI. Chase Mydroth takes a strike. You look at this rookie class against the Tigers this season, and a lot of big numbers. Mydroth is 8 for 13. And he takes a slider for a strike. That looked a little outside.
Right now, it's flexible, let's say, the strike zone. It's yet to be determined. But yeah, the guys, you're right. They've done fairly well against a tough pitching staff.
Caro and Teal off to good starts against Detroit. The 0-2 swung on and hit on the ground up the middle. Nice pick by the shortstop, McKinstry. And he flips to Torres at second, and they get Montgomery. But the Sox strike first. We head to the bottom of the first. It is 1-0 White Sox on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
Left-hand hitting Colt Keith takes way high on a fastball. Seen a bigger reliance on his fastball, especially the sinker here of late, and he's had some success. Another fastball, a four-seamer is high. or ball 2 on Colt Keith. Batting .257, he has 12 home runs. The pitch, fouled back. Fastball was in the zone, but up a little bit. 2-1.
Yeah, challenge fastball and a fastball count and no damage. I mean, if that's me out there pitching, I'm like, they can't hit my fastball. I think I'll use it. Maybe I get too overconfident, but still.
Swing and a miss. Another high heater.
There are moments where you've got to understand if you use a high percentage of your fastball, no way that a team's looking for that. They're going, okay, he only throws it 44% of the time. He's throwing it 80. He's going to start throwing the other stuff and surprise him. Don't do it.
2-2. Another high fastball at 98 is fought off foul. Keith will be followed by Torres and Carpenter. Tigers rank 8th in the majors in runs per game. 2-2 is low on a curveball. 4.82 runs per game. They don't run. They have 58 stolen bases as a club. That's the fewest in the majors. The 3-2. Awkward swing and a miss on a fastball basically down the middle for strike 3. How about that sequence?
Yeah, at 98. He only used one breaking ball. Again, you mentioned he's using the fastball more often, and why wouldn't you?
Here's All-Star Gleyber Torres. I think it's a good thing, but, Shane is very introspective. I think he thinks a lot, maybe sometimes too much, right? Fouled back. And maybe at times has nibbled a little too much. I think sometimes Ethan Katz and Will Venable say, just go right at him. You're an animal.
Yep.
The 0-1 is hit softly on the ground back to the mound. And Smith will underhand toss to Mean. 2 down.
So there you have it. Go right at him. Fastball in the hands, broken bat. Strikeout on a fastball. Now what will happen is he'll establish that fastball and they'll go, hey, he's throwing the fastball. Let's sit on it. Now you got him right where you want him because they'll be ready to swing early. And now they'll start chasing the off-speed stuff.
2 down. Here's Kerry Carpenter. He has 23 home runs. 6 have come against the White Sox. Left-hand hitter, and he swings and misses on a curve.
Well, there you go. He already felt he's really using his fastball. Be ready for it. So he was swinging at that pitch when it left Shane's hand.
Carpenter gets a timeout, now climbs back in. 1-0 White Sox in the first. Here's the pitch. Fouled. He jammed him with a fastball. 2 strikes on Carpenter. Sox got in very late after that long night at Minnesota. The Tigers playing their first game since Wednesday afternoon. 0-2 is high. He hasn't thrown his best pitch yet.
What's that? The
changeup.
Disappearing ball?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He hasn't needed it yet. 1-2 coming. Just low on his sinker. Whew. Good try, 2-2.
It's a slow start right now for the home plate umpire. Just needing to get in a rhythm.
But a lot of borderline pitches here in the first inning. 2-2 is low on a curve. And Carpenter held on a check swing.
It is stressful as pitchers and catchers and batters when there's a flexible strike zone that's not really established yet. But it does sometimes, as we're finding out, take a minute for an umpire to also find his rhythm.
3-2 coming. Swing and a miss. He just went with the heat again. 2 strikeouts for Shane Smith. The Tigers go in order after an inning. 1-0 Sox from Detroit on the Hard Rock. Nothing. Colson Montgomery with an RBI single in the first. Fastball strike outside corner from Flaherty. Benintendi playing left. He's hitting .244. 17 home runs. 0-1 is lined the other way, and Riley Green will make a running, leaping catch near the corner.
Got a good read, good route, made a nice play.
Let's pause 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
This is ESPN Chicago, home of the White Sox. WMVP WTVC HD2 Chicago, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Left-hand hitting Will Robertson playing right. Will bat for the first time. Mike Tauchman hasn't played in a few days. Curve is low and in. Battling some leg issues. Might have some more clarity on whether he needs an IL stint by tomorrow. 1-0 pitch. Slider strike. It's always tricky, the day-to-day injuries. You can certainly live with those for a couple of days, but when it gets to 3-4 days, you really don't want to play short that long. You can help it. Fastball strike on the outside corner, 1-2. And I think the 10-day IL has made it a little easier for teams to kind of pull the trigger and make that move. But we'll see. 1-2 is fouled down on a curve.
Yeah, especially, at least you have an extra player for the month of September. Where
right.
It gives you a little more flexibility.
So you're only short compared to the rest of the league, not to
That's it.
Most of the season.
That's it. But I agree. If he's unable to play and it feels like that, why wouldn't you, IL him and get another player here?
Another 1-2 from Flaherty is a low slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Tigers are in great shape. I mean, a 9.5 game lead. But they have not played their best ball of late. They've lost 7 of 10. They're 22-26 over their last 48. 2-2 pitch and a hard grounder foul.
Yeah, it's the right time to show up here and play him, especially after just, for the first time ever, sweeping Minnesota for a 4-game set in Minnesota. Come in here with a lot of confidence, even if it was a 5 o'clock go-to-bed time.
2-2 is fouled again on a curve. Good battle here.
Guys are generally tired the day after the tough night of travel, so tomorrow might hit them. I like this lineup tonight because of that, so some guys should be recovered by tomorrow that's not playing in this one.
And good thing is a night game tomorrow. 2-2, got him looking on a fastball. First strikeout for Flaherty.
Boy, tough at bat for Robertson. A couple of them that probably were outside of the game on TV.
You should note that box that fans see on TV, it's not necessarily the box that the umpires are graded by. They have a buffer zone called strike on Ramos. Brian Ramos gets his second start of this trip.
And the reason I like to bring that box up, because it is a reference point, and it gets a reaction when it's out of that box by the players.
0-1 is outside, and by the fans and the broadcasters watching on television.
Well, yeah, but look, I think it's fairly accurate, because when a pitcher throws one that hits that box and they don't get a call to strike, they look in like, what's going on?
For sure.
So they know the strike zone, the batters and the hitters.
1-1 is outside on a slider.
Batters and the pitchers, that is. Batters are hitters. I sometimes confuse the two.
Kind of feels like the ABS challenge system will be here next year. 2-1 is hooked on the ground to third. Gloved by Keith. Good throw across to Torkelson. And the Sox go quietly. After an inning and a half, Sox 1, Detroit nothing on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now.
And Paul Zarang and Al Rosenberg would be in that first class. 1-0 Sox. Riley Green takes high and outside. All-star Riley Green. 32 homers, 103 driven in. He will strike out. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball just off the outside corner.
How much will he strike out, Len?
Well, he has struck out an AL high 175 times. It's a lot. He swings, hits a fly ball out into the left. Not that deep. Benintendi is there, and he's got it.
White Sox got it, too. They got an advantage of the game. And it's brought to you by Advantage Dealer Group. Find your next Chevy, Toyota, and Acura, and drive off in under 60 minutes, or they'll make your first car payment.
Now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Three homers away from his career best of 31. Set in 2023. Fastball from Shane Smith is in for a strike. So if you don't want to do the math, that means he has 28. He takes a sinker right down the middle, 0-2. I don't know how this start's going to go, but I like how it has begun for Shane Smith. He has been all around the strike zone. And with all these fastballs, it should open up a lot of different areas for his off-speed stuff later. Outside.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this. I'm going to ask you this question. If you think of one zone that a pitcher, if he only threw a fastball, 95, 96 mile an hour fastball, and it's the only pitch that he threw, where would the location be that he'd have to throw it?
Down and away.
Yep.
And there's a sinker down and away.
So think about that. How often can a guy do damage on a pitch down in the way that's 95 from him? Very rarely.
It's hard.
Yes. So I don't understand why more guys just don't master that zone.
2-2 swing and a miss on a pitch that was off the outside corner. Yeah, you stay away from slugging generally when you do that. So even if you give up hits, and that was former White Sox Bob Howery's theory. I mean, he was probably 85% fastballs down and away to righties. Maybe more than that.
Which, honestly, you can do it to righties and lefties.
Yeah, he made a good living doing that.
Yep.
Here's Wenzel Perez, switch hitting right fielder. Check swing. He went on a curve. And again, we've had two at-bats that have started with awkward swings, assuming a fastball's coming, and he's thrown a curve.
Well, he's established the heat. And when you establish the heat, guys anticipate that's what they're going to get.
0-1. Swing and a miss on another curve. But it's not just fastballs, it's quality fastballs in the strike zone.
Well, that's it. That's it. So because of that, guys are not standing there saying, well, look for the ball because he's all over the place. They're saying he's going to throw a fastball for a strike.
The 0-2. Fastball high and outside.
You know, and to me, there's nothing more fun to watch than a brilliant pitcher out there picking offenses apart. That's why I love watching Martin Perez go, because that's what he does when he's successful.
He'll pitch tomorrow night. Perez takes a low curve. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1-0 White Sox. We're in the second. Ballpark really starting to fill up. Obviously the first place team. They're drawing well. Low outside target by Teal. 2-2 pitch, and it's whacked into left center for a base hit.
I think after a couple of pitches out of the strike zone, Perez got to where he was able to think along with the pitcher. It's like, yeah, he's going to go back to his bread and butter, and it was a short, little, quick line drive swing by Wenzel Perez, and it paid off.
So it was 98, but I think the idea was down and away, and it was kind of middle up. And that'll bring up Zach McKinstry. He's playing shortstop. First-time All-Star, having a career year. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. He has 11 triples
Yeah, that matches his total of home runs.
Paris with Detroit's first hit. He's being held by Meade. And Smith will throw over late. Hey, we'd like to thank our partners at Postman Law, proud sponsor of the Injury Report. Huge thanks to Warren Postman, Markel Longton, and the entire Postman team for your partnership this season. The 0-1 is outside on a changeup. I think that's the first changeup he's thrown.
Would have been nice to have that one right on the outside edge called a strike if you're going to use it.
Smith now set at the belt. Here's his 1-1. It's outside. Wind has quieted down. It's still blowing out. Detroit has a runner at first with 2 outs in the second. The 2-1 pitch, and McKinstry swings and misses. It's 2-2.
Another good fastball in the strike zone. 97 up.
Smith ready to work. The pitch fouled to the screen behind the plate.
I mentioned, if you could just work that one zone down the way, down the way, down the way to everybody with every pitch, but easier said than done. And we've asked great pitchers percentage-wise how could they do that, and they say, 7 out of 10 maybe.
Swing and a miss on a high fastball. 4 strikeouts for Shane Smith here early on. Yeah, 7 out of 10, pretty good.
I'd take it.
Think about hitters, 3 out of 10 is good. 1-0 Sox after 2 from Detroit on the Hard Rock Casino. White
The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spend all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
He delivers a curve. It's a strike near the outside corner. Dominic, a left-hand hitter, and he's batting 9th. The 0-1 outside. Fletcher, very good defensive outfielder. Give you his numbers at AAA here in a second. The 1-1 is hit hard fair past first base. It'll kick off that diagonal sidewall, and Fletcher on his way to second. He's got a double. Sponsored by Tito's.
The White Sox with 2 base hits right over the bases. One at third base, now one at first base. And just like that, a couple of doubles against Flaherty.
105 games with Charlotte, 260, 17 homers, 68 knocked in.
Welcome back, Dominic. Turned on a fastball that was on the inside corner.
This is his 101st career Major League game. And he's at second with nobody out, and back to the top and Carroll. And he swings and misses on a fastball at 91.
Well, we talk about location. Fastball, that was away, down a bit. Right now in a situation where you need to hook the ball as a left-handed batter, that's a tough one to get the job done with.
0-1. Low curve blocked by the catcher Dingler. Flaherty's from Southern California. Went to high school with Lucas Giolito, Max Fried. His pitching coach was Ethan Katz at Harvard Westlake High. Curve is low. I don't know if you looked at his game logs, but it's been one of those years. It's like 7 innings, no runs, followed by 5 innings, 6 runs, followed by 6 1/3, 1 run, then 8 runs.
Yeah, it's an off year for him. I mean, it's an odd year.
The 2-1 is outside.
He's got a career 3.80 earned run average, which is outstanding. But this year it's at 4.74, so he's had blow-up games for sure.
13 losses, most in the American League. 3-1 pitch is a strike on a slider. Caro thought it was outside. His last 2 starts were against the Royals, 1 at home, 5 innings, 10 hits, 8 runs, and then his last time out in Kansas City, 5 2/3, 1 run. 3-2 is bounced to first, gloved by Torkelson, and he'll get it to the pitcher. And Caro is retired. Fletcher advances to third, and that'll bring up Kyle Teal. And the Tigers will likely bring their infield in.
A nice job by Edgar. He's greeted in the dugout with high fives and handshakes. Fundamental baseball, winning baseball. Key is that this batter gets him in.
Well, Teal had a career night last night. Double homer. Knocked in 4. The 2 outs he made were line outs. He swings and misses on a curve.
Boy, right there, Flaherty has a low arm angle in the first place, but he got even lower than his normal 27 degrees.
Teal lined out in his first at bat. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. 0-2.
Now got to regroup. He was all amped up on the first 2 pitches. Like, I got a job to do, and I'm going to get a pitch to do it with. Neither of the pitches were strikes. As we've seen this from Flaherty, too, where he, in these situations, will bear down and get you to help him out.
High set with the hands. Now the pitch. Curve is low. Sox lead 1-0. Chance to add on here in the third. Flaherty is a strikeout pitcher, and he's looking for one right here. There's a swing and a line drive out into right center, a base hit. Fletcher's going to score. It's 2-0. Good job by Fletcher to not assume that ball was going to drop. He was going to score either way. Wenzel Perez got over there, but he just couldn't make the play.
Yeah, he decided against leaving his feet, trying to make a play on that one. But what a nice job by Kyle. After chasing several pitches that were out of the strike zone, he was ready for that one sneaky fastball that Flaherty tried to use.
Curtis Mead takes ball 1 low. The heart of the lineup brought to you by Northwestern Medicine, home to Illinois' top-ranked heart. and vascular program for 17 straight years by U.S. News and World Report. Curveball across the knees. It's a strike, 1-1. White Sox on this 5-game winning streak. All the wins have been comeback wins. Swing and a miss on a sinker.
Does that make you nervous tonight, then?
No, not necessarily, but I think it's good to know that unlike last year, and you referenced this the other day, when the White Sox got down last year, it felt like the game was over. You no longer feel that way.
Felt like that earlier this year as well.
1-2 pitch, low. But yeah, I don't mind early leads. That's usually how you'd like to do it.
Yeah.
Rather not wait till the 7th or 8th.
But I have become that guy. The early lead's nice, but an early, huge lead is better.
Swinging a ground ball to short. Picked up by McKinstry. He'll flip to Torres 1. They'll get them both. The 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. Kyle Teal with an RBI hit. 2-zip Sox in the 3rd on the Hard Rock Casino. White.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm only facing it all.
Shane Smith to Dylan Dingler. Right-hand batting catcher. And I think he got clipped. He did. It was an up-and-in curveball, and Dingler will head to first base.
Hey, fans, bring your pup out to the ballpark Monday, September 15th for Dog Day, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Grab a seat in the outfield and watch the Sox take on the Orioles at 6:40 with limited availability. So come on out and watch the Sox with your pup.
That ball just grazed his left elbow as he was turning away. Now Parker Meadows, who just came off the injured list. And he drives one out into deep right, and we are tied. A 2-run homer. Parker Meadows' first pitch he's seen in the major league since late July, and he just tied it.
Well, he was ready for a fastball. I mean, his balance was right down the middle to make sure he wasn't late on the heat.
How about that start to the inning? Curveball hit by pitch, next offer in the seats, and it's a tie game. That happened fast.
Yes, it did. I mean, it was a fastball. It wasn't down and away. It was down and in where you can still get the barrel on it.
So Meadows with his third of the year. And Colt Keith takes a strike.
We talked about how all the wins have been comeback fashion, so hey.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss on a changeup. This is Parker Meadows' 39th game this season. He's had a couple of long IL stints. 0-2 is fouled in the air, back and out of play. Smith ready. Here's an 0-2. It's low. Mention Martin Perez tomorrow night against Cy Young hopeful Tarek Skubal. He won it last year, fouled on a changeup. Pretty decent chance Skubal's going to repeat.
Yeah, he's got real good numbers. 216 strikeouts in 173 innings. He's 12-4 with a 2.18 earned run average. Yeah, he's got good numbers. He's a pretty good pitcher.
The pitch is inside and low on a sinker. Tarek Skubal, the last 2 years combined, 365 innings, 62 walks.
Yeah,
that's it.
Impressive.
2-2 is smashed on a line to right and caught by Robertson. Another hard hit ball, this time an out. Colt Keith is retired. Here's Torres.
And that was another pitch on the inner part of the plate that was turned on. So I'm going to be an advocate for down for everything from now on. That's all I'm saying. Teacup, just make it fit in this one little teacup space and don't miss.
The pitch to Gleyber Torres, sinker strike. He is 4 for 29 this season against White Sox pitching. And he takes low and outside on a slider. Torres recently surpassed 1,000 career games. An all-star for the third time. 1-1, swing and a miss.
Good player. I mean, 73 walks this year to go along with his 119 hits, just 81 strikeouts in comparison.
Yeah, nice pickup for the Tigers. And he fouls. He was a little late on a fastball, but got enough of it to stay alive.
So one of the things that's pretty noticeable with Shane Smith is his 97-98 consistently in the first inning, maybe a little in the second, but then it's down to 95 in the third.
1-2 is low on a curveball.
Not that 95 is not enough to get it done, but it's all about the location then, because they got it tuned up to try and catch up to 98, which is not easy to do. But 95 in comparison is.
Two coming. Sinker just missed. He tried that area he talked about, low and outside, and he didn't get the call. 3-2.
No, he didn't, and it was something that could have gone his way.
The payoff is hit in the air out into deep right center, and Fletcher will get back there and make the catch.
You mentioned that Dominic is a good outfielder, and he's off to the races, made that look routine.
So 2 down. The batter is Kerry Carpenter. Hey, this season Steinhoffels has partnered with Special Spaces Illinois to create dream bedrooms for children battling cancer. Every time the Sox turn a double play at home, Steinhoffels will donate $200 to Special Spaces Illinois. Fastball strike, 0-1. Wednesday, Carpenter hit a home run against the Mets to end a personal 14-game drought. Fastball is outside. He turned 28 on Tuesday. Powerful left-hand hitter. Slugs against right-hand pitching. And he takes low.
Carpenter likes to pull the ball. You mentioned home run. I mean, 48% of the time it's going to be yanked to right field. And he hits a lot of balls in the air.
Way better here than on the road. OPS of 924 here at Comerica Park. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. 2-2. Two tie. Parker Meadows just hit a 2-run homer. The pitch to Carpenter is low.
So it went from the first inning where he set the tone, attack, Shane Smith that is, to now he's pitching, which is fine. I mean, he established that fastball, and now he's unpredictable.
3-2 pitch is chopped to the second baseman. Maedroth through gloves and throws and gets him. Through 3. It's the Sox 2, Tigers 2 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm only facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm only facing it all.
Finds the zone on a four-seam fastball, 0-1. Montgomery playing in this ballpark for the first time. He was in the minor leagues when the Sox were here in early April. Slider is low.
Oh, then he'll want to hit a home run here. Christen it for himself. But used to look like it was impossible to hit home runs, and the ball carries here well.
It's also the comparison because the original walls are still visible here. Curve is outside. In left in particular, it was so deep here, and they moved the fences in, and there's enough room to put both bullpens on the field behind the new fence. Fastball is outside.
Oh, I long for the days of the massive left field fence. You turn around as a left field and you go, oh man, that's like 100 feet back there. I'm not even close.
The 3-1 is low, and that's a leadoff walk.
Hey, take advantage of one of our best offers this season. Get 1 ticket and 2 beers to select games starting at $19 with Miller Lite Baseball and Brews. You must be 21 and over with a valid ID.
So, makes me ask the question, when we look at these rookies getting around the circuit for the first time, Did it matter to you when you played in a ballpark you had not seen before in terms of just getting used to it? There's a bunt by Mydroth out in front of the plate, picked up by Dingler, and the throw to first in time. Chase will get a sacrifice out of it, but he was bunting for a hit.
I like the idea. He deadened the bunt, so it worked out to where he advanced the base runner, like you said. This is, best case scenario. He pushes it past the pitcher, and it turns into a hit. Unfortunately, he didn't get it in the right direction or hit it hard enough. And like you said, it goes down as a sacrifice anyway. But you were mentioning about...
Yeah, and for an outfielder, probably a bigger deal than an infielder to learn the dimensions. If you're an infielder, the infields are all kind of the same. As Benintendi smokes one to right, and he hooked it foul. It had distance. But after a 3-game series, did you feel like, oh, yeah, I know Fenway Park now?
No. You felt... And certainly, you've brought one of the toughest places in baseball to play, Fenway Park. So you could play there a lot and never feel real comfortable. And that's in right field, left field, or center field. That was probably the toughest place in the game.
The pitch is outside on a changeup.
You're dealing with the sun in right field at certain times of the day that were blinding. And then you're dealing with that tall green monster and Karams as a center fielder and left fielder. And different angles everywhere.
The pitch is outside again on a changeup, 2-1.
Not to mention the short wall that was around right field where the bullpens were and all the way to the left pesky pole. It was really a lot to deal with.
Yeah, and still is. Fouled. You think of the other sports, they really do their best. There are subtle differences with the backgrounds in the NBA arenas, but, all the dimensions are the same everywhere, and baseball is just not like that, and every place has its quirks.
Yeah.
Throw to second by Flaherty, no tag applied.
But isn't that part of the most fun in the game?
Yes.
It's why when we walk down the hall in Cleveland, we see those drawings of the old ballparks of Ebbets Field and Crosley Field and all these. I'm like, I would have loved to have seen those places. They were all unique.
And it's also why, by and large, players just have better numbers at home. That's what they're used to.
Yeah, 81 games in that ballpark to make sure you're used to every little quirk. Next thing you know, you're on a road trip that you're only going to these other places twice.
2-2 to Benintendi, and he fouls. Go-ahead runs at second with one out. 2-2 tie in the fourth.
But you've heard me say this because, to me, playing in Old Tiger Stadium was just outstanding with all the space behind me. I'm like, this is awesome. Just felt like you had a chance to fly. Just go get a ball that looked uncatchable.
2-2 pitch is golf foul off the left netting. A good battle between Flaherty and Benintendi.
And then there were a couple other places that you play in as an outfielder and go, short wall, I can rob home run. So these are the things you thought about to have some fun as an individual.
Swing and a miss on a curve. Tag applied. That ball did hit the dirt. Dingler tags Benintendi, and that is out number 2.
Did you ever, I don't think you did, broadcast in Old Tiger Stadium?
No, just went there as a fan.
Because I never broadcast in Old Tiger Stadium. This opened in 2000, my first year broadcasting. And all I heard about the broadcast distance from the screen is where the broadcast level was to home plate.
Right on top of home plate. Will Robertson with a base hit to right. Here comes Montgomery around third. Perez drops the ball. Robertson on his way to second, and the ball hits him on the throw. And the Sox lead again, 3-2.
Wow. That is something else. Nice job by Will Robertson, first and foremost. Broke his bat, but a beautiful swing on the slider right there to crush. And then Perez in right field, just overly aggressive. Never controlled himself. Look at the replay. He's just running full speed, and it's really hard to field a ball when you're not under control. And because of it, a heads-up play by Robertson into second base, getting the extra 90 feet.
So single, an RBI, and an error. So he's at second for Ramos. And Brian looks at a strike. Another 2-out run for the White Sox.
Think about that play by Perez in right is he didn't have a play at the plate. He's running to his left. It's hit softly. He doesn't have a play, so there's no need to overrun the ball.
0-1. Foul tip. 0-2 on Ramos.
Coaching staffs will look at a play like that by the right fielder and just want to have them say, what were they thinking? Like, what were you thinking right there? And have them say, well, I thought I could throw him out. Well, oh, there we go. You know, right away he was thinking incorrectly.
0-2 is low. We watched Corey Lee have quite a busy fielding practice day. Took some ground balls and then took some fly balls in center and left.
You've talked about it recently, how valuable he'll make himself.
1-2 is outside.
By learning a couple of different trades in the game.
Well, Corey isn't playing much, so you might as well take advantage, right, and get a lot of work done before the game. 2-2 is softly lined and caught. Just needed to hit that one a little higher, but McKinstry makes a catch it short. Sox do get the lead again. It's 3-2 in the fourth on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Injured in an accident.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent. I'm feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it
.50 a.m. Bottom four, 3-2 Sox. Smith to Green, and a sinker is low and outside. Big series in New York. Blue Jays and the Yankees. Jays have a 3-game lead in the East. Popped up. Foul territory over near the Detroit dugout. Teal didn't know where it was, and it ended up out of play. And the Blue Jays have a 3-0 lead in the second. That's a Gausman-Schlittler matchup. There was a big story, I want to say The Athletic this week. 1-1, popped up off third. Let's see if Ramos has room, and he overran it. And that gives Green new life. It was on the side warning track, and Ramos just overran it.
That's it. I was watching him. I mentioned he really moves well. He's quick. He was so quick that he forgot to realize that might tail back toward the field of play, so he got under where it used to be and couldn't reach back and make the grab. It's a no play.
One, two, bounced in front of the plate on a curve.
Got the home plate umpire on his right hand.
But there was this long article. We're talking to Yankee broadcasters about pronouncing Cam Schlittler's last name. I think there have been a couple of awkward moments, but I have to tell you, we did a game that he started last weekend, and we batted 1,000.
Absolutely.
We nailed it.
Be honest with you, that's not a tongue twister to me. That one wasn't that hard. There have been some other ones that I better focus. Ooh. Chisholm, I better really get that one right.
2-2. Got him looking on a curveball. So Green strikes out. Nice job by Smith to pick up his third baseman. And that'll bring up Torkelson. He struck out swinging in the second. Minnesota's at Kansas City tonight, swinging a ground ball over to Ramos. He picks it up. He's got time and throws to Meade. 2 up, 2 down. Cleveland's at Tampa Bay, about to get started. Houston is at the Rangers. Texas a game and a half behind Seattle for the last wild card spot. 5 games behind the Astros in the division. Wenzel Perez takes outside on a changeup. Well, whenever I would talk about big series or big games, you would always follow it up with, there's a lot of time. 1-0 is low on a curveball. Can you now say that we're in that crunch time? Like that, if the Yankees are going to win their division, they better win that series?
No, I'm glad you brought it up, because while you were going over scores just a little while ago, in my mind I was thinking to myself, now is the time these games matter. When you were bringing them up, I'm like, yeah, this is when it matters.
The pitch is high on a fastball.
I told you, generally for me, it's like the last 3 weeks of the season, but this year is so interesting. It has been this last month where I'm like, these teams, hot, cold, you don't know what's going to happen.
I will give you a counter. 3-0 strike. This Tiger Club was 59-34 on July 8th. And because of that, they've made almost all these games meaningless for them. Called strike. It's 3-2. So it's too late.
Yes.
Right? For the Royals and the Guardians. Guardians have 6 games against Detroit, but it would take a miracle at this point.
Which we've seen happen.
3-2 is fouled.
Who was it was somebody last year had an 11-game cushion going down the stretch for the last wild card spot and just collapsed. I think it was the Mariners.
Yeah, and the Twins also.
Okay, the Twins actually.
That's,
yes.
Another 3-2. Check swing, and it was low, and he walks. Perez will head to first base.
Yeah, I always, what we're seeing again happen with Seattle, you're going, what is going on? How is it every September? It's like the pressure mounts so much on them that they make it so interesting that they might not get in the playoffs or they might get in. You don't really know at this stage with them.
Yeah, they just got swept at Tampa Bay. They're in Atlanta tonight. Sinker is outside on McKinstry. 3-2 Sox, 4th inning. Detroit has a runner at first with 2 gone. 1-0. Fouled to left and out of play. And if you're A.J. Hinch, Scott Harris, you can't talk about the playoffs. You have to talk about just today. Throw to first is a little late. But they've got to be contemplating it, right? What a postseason roster might look like.
Yeah.
It's a natural thing to do when you have a 9.5 game lead.
Yeah, it's, as you've brought up recently, superstitions and stuff like that. Like, oh, don't bring it up. Don't talk about it out loud.
Swing and a miss on a high fastball, 1-2.
How many times we've heard in the past where the champagne was on ice in locker rooms because the leads were so big, and next thing you know, it's like, uh-oh, put that back in the closet.
Well, right, but you think about the trade deadline, a lot of moves are made not for the final 2 months, but for October. Swinging a ground ball toward the hole. It's short, off the glove of Montgomery. And now Benintendi's got to go pick it up. Perez to third. And McKinstry will end up at second. That's going to be basically almost like an infield double, even though that ball ended up in short left.
Yeah, a little two-out rally with a walk and a bouncer just off the glove of Montgomery. Now, Montgomery was just really, the funny thing is, he knew he didn't have a play, but he dove thinking, I'll just glove this and keep it close, and instead knocked it about 60 feet away from himself.
Ethan Katz will make a mound visit before Dingler bats. If we get a manager's challenge tonight, a second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Head to the ballpark Saturday, September 20th. The White Sox take on the Padres at 6:10. First 15,000 fans, 21 and over in attendance, will receive a White Sox hockey jersey. It's presented by Miller Lite.
All this happened after two were out. To start the third inning, the next pitch, Parker Meadows hit over the fence in right to tie the game. Infield back with two outs, except for Meade, who's playing off the bag at first. Fastball strike. White Sox got a righty back in their bullpen. Dan Altavilla is available tonight. He just came off the IL. 0-1 bounces out in front of the plate. Perez is going to score as Smith and Teal collide, and the Tigers are going to get 2 runs. Oh, man, a terrible collision. That ball bounced away from Kyle Teal, straight up in the air out in front of home plate. And Teal is up on his feet. Smith is sitting down in the grass. That was a very strange and dangerous play, and the Tigers now lead 4-3. Well, I think it sounded like they hit heads together, and I hope that didn't happen, but they're checking on Shane's noggin.
I believe that they were almost chest to chest and head to head, square. And Shane Smith was on a full sprint. He's a big man, and he saw that ball was going to be something he can catch and continue on to tag the runner at home plate. But Teal was on a full sprint on his way out from the plate because of it.
That's going to be a 2-run wild pitch, and I have seen that before. It's rare.
Yeah,
and there's really nothing anybody else could do, right?
No.
I mean, there was no other defender anywhere close to the ball. And now Shane back on his feet. And James Kruk talking to Smith.
Well, I mean, there's no way, in my opinion, when you see how hard they collided, that one of them or both of them would be able to continue. You would think there's no way.
I agree. Well, it looks like Shane's going to maybe take a warm-up toss or two.
Talk about unfortunate of all the things. What would have or could have been an out at the plate on this high pop-up where the pitcher was coming, going to try and apply a tag, and then just absolutely, I see now, looked like Shane reaching for the ball. His shoulder went right into Teal. Yeah, yep. And then they might have, after that, just hit head-to-head.
And then the other thing, Brian Ramos was trying to come in and help, but when the collision occurred, the ball kicked behind home plate into foul ground. The other thing, Shane is really lucky he did not injure his leg. Yeah. His left knee really got caught underneath his body.
Yeah, it folded under his full weight. And
they just showed a replay, and the crowd just gasped.
Yeah, it's that Jose Abreu, and I'm trying to think of the first
Hunter
base.
Dozier.
Complete two guys unaware that the other was in the area. Because both pitcher and catcher just now were looking straight up in the air at the ball. So absolutely caught by surprise with the collision, so they were neither prepared.
Whew. So Dingler still batting, and Smith and Teal are still in the game. It's now 4-3 Detroit. The 1-1 pitch is outside.
Why, if I'm Dingler, I say let him throw a few. I want to make sure he can see the target.
The pitch. Fouled. Two tough guys. Shane Smith is really sturdy. Kyle Teal is way sturdier than his build. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, well, you know, he's a lot more slight than obviously Shane Smith, and he got smoked, and he's still ticking.
The 2-2. Low and outside. Hate giving up 2 runs on a wild pitch, but very weird circumstances. The payoff is fouled.
It's almost like now watching Shane pitch, it's anticlimactic because he looks like he's more reserved, like, all right, I just got to throw some pitches here, which isn't a good look. He doesn't look like he's really letting it go.
Another 3-2 and another foul.
He is. That's 96 right down the middle. But I think the whole thing is just shocking when you get your bell rung like that.
80 pitches, I'm betting this will be it for him. Just get out of this inning.
Yep.
And make sure everything's still attached in the right place. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a changeup. Detroit uses a 2-run wild pitch to take the lead 4-3 after 4 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Hey, Sox fans, big news. Steinhoffel's proud partner of the You did mention that they won 5 in a row, all coming from behind, so they're down 4-3. Just had a shot of the dugout on our monitor, and Ethan Katz was asking Shane Smith, how you feeling? And Smith kind of gave him the, I'm okay, I feel good. Dominic Fletcher takes outside, ball 1.
Love it. Love it.
So they're still talking. It looks like Shane's going to try to stay in the game.
Well, that's impressive. But you mentioned the pitch count. It's up there.
Fletcher drives one out toward right center field. That's going to split the alleyway. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Fletcher's going to stop at second with his second double tonight. He's 2 for 2.
Well, he did split that gap perfectly, but because of that, Meadows just went straight to the fence and saved 90 feet. He didn't try to cut across and get to it and then veer. So Fletcher would have been on third base had he misread that at all in center field.
Now Edgar Caro. The pitch by Flaherty is outside. We're in the fifth, 4-3 Detroit.
Last time up after a leadoff double by Fletcher. Caro moved him over to third base on a bouncer to first base.
1-0, fastball strike on the outside edge. Flaherty delivers, swing, and a line drive out into right. Perez makes a sliding catch. Fletcher back to tag. He'll stay at second base.
That's bad luck.
Yep, nice catch by Wenzel Perez. 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
This is ESPN Chicago.
Perez did two really nice things. He caught the ball sliding, but then he got on his feet quickly and did not give Fletcher any opportunity to tag. A slider is outside.
Yeah, and Fletcher really couldn't have done anything more than he did. He got a little bit of a lead off in anticipation that might hit the grass, and then he tried to get back, but as you said, Perez did everything right to where he couldn't.
1-0 pitch is a low fastball. Well, looking at Kyle Teal at the plate, you'd never know. He got run into by a truck in the last half inning.
Gotta love it.
2-0 is outside, ball 3.
Well, the White Sox are building a tough culture, apparently. Like, hey, you know, things of the past. We are not that crew. We take a licking and keep on ticking.
The 3-0 pitch is down and away. That's ball 4. And Chris Fetter, a very tall pitching coach for the Tigers, will head to the mound.
Hey, there's still time to win a one-of-a-kind experience this season. Enter the Ultimate Fan Sweepstakes for your chance to win a 2026 suite for a game. The winner will receive a 20-person suite for a mutually agreed-upon game in 2026. Host your friends and family in luxury while cheering on the Sox. To enter, visit whitesox.com/sweepstakes.
That Perez catch is our save of the game. It's brought to you by Wintrust, Chicago's bank. Show your team pride with a White Sox debit card. Get yours at wintrust.com/Sox. Member FDIC, EHL lender. First and second, one out. Curtis Mead at the plate. Flaherty, when he's set, hands are high and away from his body. The pitch inside almost hit him on a sinker. See if the White Sox think he was hit. They don't. No challenge coming.
Well, that's for the batter to let you know. No, it didn't hit me. I didn't see any indication from Mead that he was trying to say it hit him.
1-0 pitch is fouled back. We saw Taj Bradley in Minnesota yesterday. When he would come set, he had his hands, his glove right up against his chest, whereas Flaherty holds his hands about 1.5 feet away from his body.
Gotta love the uniqueness of every individual in this business.
1-1, and he hit him this time on a changeup.
Whew. And boy, did he.
They get him in the middle of the back?
Got him in the, I think, his right tricep or elbow when he was turning. It was so far behind him.
In some discomfort. So Mead trying to walk this one off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he hit the back upper arm as he ducked out of the way. That ball went right past the number 29 and hit him on the back arm.
I mean, you talk about letting one loose. That was not even close to the strike zone. Meade started the backup, and then he ducked. And that's it. Just like that, the skipper's out there saying, adios, amoeba.
So it's 4-3 Detroit, but the Sox have the bases loaded with one out in the fifth on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
Ryan Tepera deal in July of 21, reacquired in February of 24, but then traded to Boston, so he never did pitch in the major leagues with the White Sox. And he faces Colson Montgomery with the bases loaded. Sweepers outside.
First thing I think of in a situation like this, if I'm Montgomery, bringing in the left-hander, is he's not going to throw me a fastball right out of the gate.
And he didn't. 1-0. Fastball is outside. Fletcher's at third, Teal at second, Meade at first. Sox down a run in the fifth. The pitch. Montgomery fouls back in kind of a half-hearted attempt at a high fastball. 2-1.
Yeah, you don't like to see that, at all as a hitting coach. You're going, what was that? Because it's 2-0, hitting count, and it was a fastball, and for some reason it was a slow-motion swing.
The 2-1. Outside.
The heat is on. Right now, the pitcher.
Seventh appearance for Horn. 1.23 ERA. But he's in a bind here. The 3-1. Swinging a chop foul. That was a sinker pretty much down the heart of the plate. Full count.
Yeah, that was, center cut pitch you should be dreaming of with the bases loaded. And we know that he can hit the ball out of the ballpark any direction, so that was one that he could have at least got the job done. But, of course, you should be thinking driving in 4.
Full count on Montgomery. Big moment in this game. Here comes a 3-2. A swing and a bouncer towards short. Picked up by McKinstry. They'll get the out at second, but that is all. A run scores. Teal made a big turn around third and was thinking about trying to test Torkelson, but he decided to hang there. So Fletcher is in, and it's 4-4.
Well, it's not the result you're hoping for, but at least is a productive out. And you're right. Good job by Teal forcing the issue with nobody covering third base. Go as far as you want. He did just that.
Montgomery easily beat that relay throw. So first and third, the batter is Chase Mydroth, and he takes inside on a cutter.
Montgomery having a game. A couple of runs batted in. Runs scored.
Mydroth had a 4-hit night last night in Minneapolis. And he takes outside.
Same thing goes right here for Chase as we felt with the 3-1 count to Montgomery. Just look for your pitch to smoke.
Horn on a 2-0. Cutter strike looked like it was off the plate.
Oh, boy.
2-1.
Yeah, I mean, when you say off the plate, I mean, can we really say how much? Maybe 4 or 5 inches off the outside corner? And it was a cutter, so it was never even close to the plate.
The stretch and the 2-1. Fouled back. Horn reaching 97 on that fastball. Kind of tied up Mydroth.
Well, that's the last place you would think that you throw one after getting a call off the outside corner. Why wouldn't you say, well, he's going out there again? It's a good pitch on the hands.
Two. Low. Four tie, 5th inning. Heel at third, Montgomery at first. The 3-2 pitch and a swing and the miss on a fastball. Mydroth strikes out. But they do tie the game. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Sox 4, Tigers 4 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
We ask the question, when you think of Detroit, which of these things do you think of first? I have 4 options.
All right, hang on a second. Change up to Parker Meadows is low. He had a 2-run homer that tied the game in the 3rd. Meadows just off the injured list. Fastball is outside. Go ahead, Jeff.
Motown music, Cars/Motor City, Detroit-style pizza, or M&M?
All right. It's got to be Motown music for me. Sinker is outside. Shane Smith still in the game.
I think they're going to say
no. Pick what you want to say.
What I want to say is Motown. Absolutely.
But you think the fans will pick what?
Cars.
All right. Sinker's inside. He walked him. Jeff.
The fans do say Cars, DJ, 50%, 23% like Motown, as 24% like M&M. only 3% in the Detroit-style pizza king.
Yeah, that was a cheap shot you guys threw in there for the pizza comparison.
Yeah, I don't think of pizza when I think of Detroit.
Well, especially if you're a Chicagoan. You're
Right.
like, yeah, right. What is that stuff they throw out there?
Here's Colt Keith with a runner aboard. Changeup is outside. If you are looking for a good book, nonfiction, I would make a suggestion based on that topic. Fastball is outside. Dave Moranis, who wrote the definitive Vince Lombardi biography, is actually from Detroit, and he wrote a book called Once in a Great City. And it's about Detroit circa 1962 to 64. Fastball strike. And there are a lot of really interesting stories in there, including kind of the birth of the Motown music scene.
Interesting.
They had a piano store in Detroit. 2-1, change-up strike. And everybody would have a piano in their house. It was just the thing to do, and then it was just a very musical city. And you think about all the great artists who came out of Motown. 2-2 pitch, swinging a bouncer to third. Ramos to Montgomery at second, and they turn a 5-6-3 double play.
Boy, Colt Keith thought he was doing something special by slapping that hard the other way. He looked up and he goes, uh-oh, that's right at Ramos. He knew then there was no chance he was going to end up staying out of the double play.
So that double play brought to you by Steinhoffel's, a proud partner of the White Sox. Steinhoffel's newest 100,000 square foot furniture and mattress superstore, now open in Orland Park. Swing and a fly ball off the bat of Torres to center, caught by Fletcher.
Well, that happened fast.
It did. I was going to mention Smokey Robinson, Barry Gordy, Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, the Four Tops. Go down the list. What a great list. It's got to be Motown music.
You're not wrong.
4-4 from Detroit, the Motor City. After 5 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Here, community is more than a word. It's how we show up for each other.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Wait, God, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm not facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent.
5 innings. Could get a win if the Sox can scratch across a run here. Sinker is high. Our game-changing moment, well, it has to be that collision, unfortunately, at home plate. 2 runs scored on that wild pitch. 1-1, hit in the air out into right center, and it's deep. Perez back, and it is Gone! It hit the back wall. It's a home run. They've got the lead again, 5-4.
Well, that is so deceptive when it hits that back wall because it doesn't get out of here. Hits the back wall, then hit on top of the yellow line, which is the inner fence, and came back into the field of play. But it's a home run indeed. And just like that, as you were asking for a lead, well, Benintendi was listening.
That home run brought to you by Hard Rock Casino. See Def Leppard at Hard Rock Live Saturday, October 11th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. So he's got 18. Sosa with 19. Montgomery with 17. It's going to be fun down the stretch.
Yes, it is.
Chris Fetter will make a mound visit.
Michael Taylor. Pinch
Thank
hitting.
you for Robertson. So that game-changing moment earlier sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy.
And the White Sox Radio Network is brought to you in part by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Nissan dealers. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Righty Cater Montero is up in the Tigers bullpen. Taylor takes inside on a cutter.
Well, this White Sox offense, I mean, you wouldn't know that they had struggles this year at all because it's been so consistent since the All-Star break.
1-0 is outside. They've had 3 different leads tonight. 2-0, 3-2, and now 5-4.
Really important, I think, to make an impression on these Tigers here at the end of the year.
Fouled. And it's 2-1.
Yeah, you got a team that's figured it out a couple of years back. Youth movement here, and then they've made their way to the playoffs consistently, and now the White Sox trying to show that they can follow in the same footpath.
A 2-1 is high on a sweeper. 3-1 on Taylor, who had that big game-winning 2-run double the other night at Target Field. Horn on a 3-1, swing and a miss on a sweeper.
Well, that's a nasty pitch on 3-1, and understandably a swing and miss because you're not looking for that in that count. And now you know he'll throw it, and he also can pop the fastball at 97.
Three-two pitch. Hit hard on the ground, foul down the third base side. Nighttime skies, lights have been on. Beautiful downtown view. Now, Al, you can probably help. That building, there's a tall glass building. I believe that was under construction, right? DJ, over the right center field wall.
Oh, yeah.
Real tall building.
Yeah.
Looks like it's finished.
Absolutely.
Swinging a fly ball out into left center field. On the move is Meadows. He dives and he caught it. Oh, what a play by Parker Meadows.
Yeah, he can cover some ground out there. Big, long, gaping strides. He was eating up some turf. What a finish to that play.
Can't do it much better than that. Diving catch. And A.J. Hinch will come out and make a change. Yeah, that building, that might be the tallest building now in Detroit.
Looks like it's
pretty close.
That or that,
the old Renaissance Center, whatever they call it now, on the river. Yep. Pitching change coming. It's 5-4. Sox lead in the 6th. We're back after this on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Dear baseball fans, swing into action with Toyota's 20.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I
Facing Brian Ramos, 5-4 Sox in the 6th. Here comes the pitch, and Ramos pops it up on the infield. Torkelson comes in, calls off the pitcher, and makes a catch about 25 feet from home plate.
Montero was standing there like he was disappointed with the news. Like, what? I can't catch it? No, get out of the way.
Two down. Kyle Finnegan got placed on the injured list today. Right adductor strain. Fletcher backs away from an up and in fastball. Some chin music, as they call it.
Good old-fashioned hardball back in the day. Just a little, don't lean across the plate message they used to send.
A pitch. Fastball strike. Finnegan had made 12 appearances with Detroit. 4 saves, 14 in a third innings, 3 hits, no runs. Pretty good.
Yeah.
3 hits and 14 in a third.
Yeah, and this could take him some time to get healthy from this injury.
1-1, hit in the air toward the corner in right. Way back there. Caught right at the fence. Oh, Fletcher missed a 3-for-3 night by a couple of feet.
Yeah, that was destined to at least hit the top of the wall.
As it is, he's 2-for-3 with 2 doubles. Andrew Benintendi with a leadoff homer. It's 5-4 Sox. We head to the bottom of the 6th on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
At Wintrust, our approach is to let South.
Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm running facing it The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm running facing it all.
Opened a year after I retired in 99. It opened in 2000. Get some more to that.
Tyler Gilbert in the game. Sweeper strike to Jahmai Jones, who's hitting for Carpenter in the DH spot.
And yes, I would have loved to play in this ballpark for the reasons that I mentioned earlier. It's massive, and I would have loved to run around this outfield.
Fouled on a sinker, 0-2.
I thought it was really a special place when it first opened. The only thing, and you brought this up earlier to me, Len, that might be something that is not necessarily the most attractive is this flat lower bowl. Moves everything so far away from the field.
Yeah. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gilbert gets Jones on a strikeout. Well, I think we've talked about this before. Tiger Stadium is so intimate. I think there was a reaction to that. They had a lot of land here to work with, so they made use of the space. But I think if you could take about 20 rows from the lower deck and move everything closer to the field, be a little bit better. But great views here.
It's got to be the flattest lower bowl. I mean, it's almost like an angle at the movie theater or something. It's just barely a little step up.
1-0 on Riley Green. Make it 1-1. Sinker hits the outside corner.
Here's the next gate attendance. 35,216. 35216.
Michael A. Taylor now playing center. Fletcher's in right. Sweeper is way wide. And the count is 2-1. The building we were talking about is the Hudson's Detroit building. Swing and a miss on a sinker. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second tallest building in downtown Detroit.
I don't know if that GM building might be the tallest over there.
Swing and a foul on a sinker. Two balls, 2 strikes on Green. The pitch. Sweeper just off the inside corner. Our gateway to the booth brought to you by the City of Countryside. Home to over 400 businesses, including 9 car dealerships. The Dancher Industrial Park and Flag Creek Golf Course, the best par 3 course in Chicagoland. Come and visit. Fouled on a sinker. Sometimes there are these weird optical illusions. I was looking for some reason before the game at the 2 foul poles, and I was convinced the right field foul pole here is taller. But I don't think that's the case. I think it's perspective. Swinging a ground ball through the hole into right. Fletcher will collect it. Riley Green has a single. I think it's because of the board in left that's behind the left field foul pole makes it look shorter than the one in right.
Yeah,
but I think that's the same height.
It's there. You're right. There's something that visually makes it look taller. I agree from where we're sitting. Don't know why that is, but it definitely would mess with you if you focused on it like you did.
Yeah, I'm eyeing it up, and I'm like, I think it's the same. I don't know why it even matters. Torkelson swings and misses.
Well, you have an inquisitive mind, you know? You're that guy. It's like, I wonder.
This I know. The flagpole in center is taller than the foul poles.
Yes.
It's a very tall flagpole. Splitter inside on Torkelson, 1-1. 5-4 White Sox in the 6th. And that pole used to be in play. It's now in the visitors' bullpen. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Torkelson was trying to launch. 1-2.
At Old Tiger Stadium, the flagpole was in play in left center field.
I believe if you hit it on the fly, it was a triple. I know it was in play.
Yeah, it was something as an outfielder you had to be aware of when you're running back to that area. Be aware, man down if you run into that.
1-2 pitch. Outside on a cutter.
I think this has one of the better views from where we sit and see all the downtown, the buildings you've already described. As low as the backdrop area is here in this ballpark, you just really got an expansive view of the city.
2-2 coming. Swinging a line drive foul off the netting and left. A lot of fans are standing at the railing in the outfield, looking down into the ballpark. To the left and right of the batter's eye.
one of the few, if not the only places that you can be outside the stadium street level and see some of the action in the stadium.
2-2 pitch. He got him looking on a sweeper that hit the outside corner. So Torkelson retired. Here comes Wenzel Perez.
Great pitch from Gilbert. Gilbert has good stuff. He has a tough arm angle. He's doing a no-hitter in the major leagues as a young pitcher, just barely here. Now he's just got to say, you know what, I've had enough, and just dominate some batters.
Perez takes low on a split. 38th appearance for Tyler. 4-1 with a 4.61 ERA. Green's at first, 2 out, 6th inning. The pitch. Cutter's wide.
This is a guy a little further down the lineup you got to be cautious of. He's sneaky.
Yeah, he's hit for a lot more pop this year. Throw to first late by the pitcher Gilbert. August 13th in Chicago. Had a go-ahead sac fly in the 6th as Detroit beat the Sox 1-0. Sinker strike called, 2-1.
He has 12 home runs this season, 13 doubles, 4 triples, so he can drive the ball.
Slugging over 470. The pitch. It's low.
I don't like how he took that. He saw that all the way out of the hand of Gilbert. Never even flinched.
Green with an average lead at first. Now the pitch. And it's hit in the air out into right. And Fletcher's back on it, and he'll make the catch. So Gilbert with a scoreless inning. Through 6, Sox 5. Tigers 4 on the Hard Rock Casino. White Sox.
Inning, and it is the top of the order due up against Montero. Got a little action out there on the warning track in right center as a ball had to be retrieved by the center fielder Meadows. Tried to probably throw it up there. Say, here's a gift to you fans, and they dropped it, but now he had to run the 40 yards to go pick it back up.
Went.
Exactly.
Cater Montero to Edgar Carroll. Curve misses inside. Starters long gone. This game now in the bullpens. Sox with a 5-4 lead. They have scored a run in each of the last 4 innings. Called strike.
No need to stop that trend. Just keep scoring every inning.
The right-hander kicks and fires, and it's outside. Very windy when we started. It has calmed it down considerably. Here's a 2-1. Change-up strike. Milwaukee leads the Pirates 3-2 in Pittsburgh. They're in the 7th. Cubs beat Washington 11-5 earlier today. 2-2 pitch, and Carroll fouls at home plate. Cleveland 5, Rays nothing in the 3rd. Kansas City ahead of Minnesota 2-0 in the 4th. And doing the wave at the moment. 2-2 pitch, and there's a line drive in the left. It's a base hit. Edgar Carroll on the hit board. He's 1 for 4.
Nicely done. Just a perfect angle to stay inside that pitch that was up. Hit it the other way with a composed, controlled swing.
That brings up Kyle Teal. Pretty intriguing with these two kids at the top of the order. And he hits a hard liner foul off the tarp roll behind first base.
What do you like about it?
Well, Carroll always gives you a good solid at bat. Teal will walk, and now starting to display some power. I like them handling the top of the order, facing that pitcher for the first time. Sliders inside. They'll make that guy work.
Yep. Great approach by both of them. Teal has one more walk than Carroll this year. He has 28 because he has one denied. 27 for Carroll.
1-1. Over for a strike on a changeup.
Carroll's been here longer than Kyle Teal. But you've got to love that the White Sox didn't hold either one of them back when they said, you know what, these guys are ready, get them here, and they were right.
1-2 in the dirt, knocked down by Dingler. One thing you hear occasionally is, well, you're going to have to pick one at some point. And I kind of wondered the same thing, but the more I watch, the more I think, well, no, why not have both? You don't have to make a decision anytime soon. And this is a better team with both these guys on the roster, even though they both ostensibly are the same player in terms of position. Swing and a one-hopper to short. McKinstry will get it to Torres, and they get the out at second base. That is a very strange play in terms of how we see it. The Tigers are wearing these dark uniforms. The second base umpire, Manny Gonzalez, when that ball was hit, I thought he was going to make the catch, and he was trying to get out of the way of that bouncer.
Yeah, in your mind, you have to go, why is he running from the ball? He should go to it. No, I've had that happen earlier this year, yes, in the past, when I looked out there and go, how'd they got too many infielders?
Same outfit as the umpire. Meade takes outside, so Teal takes over at first. But I don't know how you feel about it. It is a unique circumstance with two rookie catchers who the manager wants to get them both in the lineup every day. Swinging a line drive, dropped by McKinstry. They're going to get an out at second. Meade took off for first. It'll be a fielder's choice for him. And he almost stepped on Kyle Teal. Yeah. Teal has no idea what happened. That was a liner to the shortstop, and he went right back to first base, assuming the ball was caught.
Well, he's had enough problems when those line drives go in the wrong direction. So this time, when it hit the shortstop's glove, he headed back to first diving, saying, they're not doubling me up, because he's got in trouble for that a couple of times this year, going the wrong direction, being doubled up, and almost doubled up.
Now, you cannot drop a ball like that on purpose, but clearly McKinstry was trying to catch it. Montgomery takes a high fastball.
But you're right about Teal and Caro. Look, in the end, as an organization, if you go, hey, look, this is a great problem to have. Got two very young players, very talented. They both deserve to be in the big leagues at the same time. It'll work itself out, and it has.
Montgomery, it's a bouncer foul.
You know,
and I don't sense that there's I'm going to beat this guy out and they're going to get rid of him. I think it's a healthy competition. And I think that it can work having both play a lot. And that's where having Corey Lee around, I think, also helps.
Absolutely. Is the third guy who is very talented in his own right behind the plate. It's a good hitter. I mean, he's just edged out for some reason because these guys are a little younger and are getting more opportunity because the organization feels they are the future.
5-4 Sox, 7th inning. 1 on, 2 out. Montgomery fouls out of play. And it's 1-2.
So often teams have to make a tough decision. Like, hey, we've got 2 superstar shortstops. One of them's going to have to move to third probably. Or center field. And somebody's going to get their feelings hurt, but eventually they probably, if they want to win, they go, yeah, I got it, I understand. And they go wherever they're asked to go.
Montero steps off.
Would you like to be a really talented shortstop in the Royals organization?
Good luck.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, they have one, Michael Garcia.
Good point, yes, because he's the third baseman now.
There's a swing and a fly ball out into right. Perez back. It's gone. Montgomery with a 2-run homer.
He's done it again. Colson Montgomery just can't be stopped.
Number 18. It's 7-4. That home run brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. You know what's interesting about that home run? I don't think he really got it.
He didn't, but he's got the swing. Now, it makes a difference that he's got that torpedo bat because he hit that down closer to the label, but that's where the sweet spot is on this bat compared to a regular bat. So it just is going to be a more solid hit lower toward the hands.
4 RBIs tonight. I think he likes this ballpark. Fastball to Meidroth is high.
Yeah, well, the kids, right? The kids just keep on showing up game after game here down the stretch.
Montgomery bounces foul. Borrow a line from the Three Dog Night song. Colson's coming. He's 1 off the team lead.
Yes, he is. Well, you and I had a little talk about this. Who's going to be the guy who's going to end up leading? And you picked Colson.
Because he hits them in bunches.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Fastball is outside.
And I said that Sosa, for me, has just been steady, and he's ahead, but that's really closing fast.
2-1 on Meidroth. Here's the pitch. Inside on a slider. That tells you a lot about a guy's power when he really didn't get one. And it wasn't a no-doubter, but a 2-run homer to right. And there's a hard ground ball into left. Meidroth will make a big turn around first and stick with a single.
I love it. You pointed out he made a big turn because he was running hard. And these are all the tiny little things that's trying to be emphasized by the coaching staff to the players is play the game hard. Make them stop you. Back up. All the little things that we're seeing since the beginning of the year, improvement in.
So for Montgomery, that's 8 home runs in his last 12 games.
Game's easy for some.
Benintendi takes a changeup for a strike.
You know, the thing about Colson is it's not like his batting average is great. The strikeouts have started going up, but it doesn't matter because the production, when you need him to step, that's been consistent.
Throw to first by Montero is late.
And Colson also is the complete opposite of Matt Wallner for the Twins. Colson hits home runs with people on base. Wallner does not.
0-1. Swing and a miss. Benintendi with a go-ahead homer in the 6th inning. So they've scored in every inning but the 2nd.
And then they made up for it by scoring 2 in this inning, huh?
7 innings, 7 runs. The pitch. Low and in on a curveball. Including tonight, last 6 games, 43 runs, 13 homers.
You know, and it's been, I know, so much more fun for Will Venable to think about the lineup day in and day out.
Runner goes, pitch is high, and the throw, Mydroth rather's tagged out. He didn't slide at second base. I don't know what happened there.
I think he heard a loud noise and thought the ball was hit. That was the sound of the catcher's mitt in the ball.
So Mydroth caught stealing. We'll head to the 7th inning stretch. Brought to you by Flight by Yingling. A light beer with low carbs, low calories, and nonstop refreshment. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 7-4 Sox from Detroit on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm not releasing it all.
Hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your White Sox gear and today's special offer.
Here's Dylan Dingler. Gilbert's first pitch. Sweeper. Strike called. Phillies lead the Marlins 5-1 in the 6th. Mets 5, Reds 4, bottom 7 from Cincinnati. Fouled on a cutter, 0-2. Dodgers down again. They're in Baltimore tonight. 1-0 Orioles in the 5th. 0-2 is high.
Dodgers are a team that you would think never could lose 1-0. I know it's early, but still. One run for them should be just on accident.
They got swept in Pittsburgh, but the Padres have lost 4 in a row. Padres just haven't been able to take advantage. Sweepers low and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's funny you say that because that's what you'll be feeling when you see the team ahead of you struggling. You're like, great, we're struggling too. Can't take advantage.
Giants aren't done just yet. They've won 4 straight. They're 2 games over 500. Splitter is low.
Enough baseball left. You can honestly say that if any of those teams just lingering behind in the division or the wild card race truly get hot and win, 15 out of 17, they're just overtaking teams.
Giants are 4 games back. Called strike 3 on a sinker. Dingler is out. And we'll get a pinch hitter for Meadows. Justin Henry Malloy.
44, Justin Henry Malloy. Considered.
So Henry Malloy with 2 outs.
214 hitter with a homer and 17 batted in this year.
And he takes outside on a sweeper. 241 with a 721 OPS against lefties. A.J. Hinch really likes to play the platoon matchups. Sinker just inside for ball 2. Andy Ibanez is one of his right-handed specialists against left-handed pitching, and he takes Kerry Carpenter out all the time against left-handed pitchers.
Yeah.
Outside for ball 3. He did it again tonight against Gilbert.
I mentioned Ibanez, saving him for a tighter game situation, which hasn't arisen yet.
Sinker strike, 3-1. Sox lead by 3. We're in the 7th. Wind has picked up again, blowing straight out to center. And it's fouled out of play.
Hey, watch Kyle Teal, Chase Mydroth, and Colson Montgomery as they take on baseball's best only on Chicago Sports Network. Sign up for your 7-day free trial at chsn.com. Download the app and stream Sox now.
Three and 2 on Malloy. The pitch. Sinker is high. That's ball 4. Here's Colt Keith. And now pinch runner coming out.
It's a 2-for-1. It's a 3-for-1. Batter that was initially in the game, pinch hit for, and then the pinch hitter out for a runner.
Trey Sweeney. I know it seems like there's a ton of extra movement in games with the 2 extra roster spots. Throw to first, runner back. And it's nowhere near what it used to be when it was a 40-man
that's a
maximum roster in September. And no 3-batter minimum.
Yeah, don't miss those days.
Fastball is outside to Colt Keith.
We had a 3-hour and 26-minute game last night after a 90-minute rain delay. And it felt like that game took forever. It used to be a normal length of a game.
1-0 pitch. Sweeper is low for ball 2. He almost could not run out of players before the rosters were constricted in September. Swing and a miss on a sweeper. Now, one of the compromises was to make the main roster 26 instead of 25.
Yeah.
But I think everyone agrees that was a good exchange. 2-1 is served out into center for a base hit. Taylor will pick it up. And Sweeney's going to have to stop at second. So now the tying run will come up in Gleyber Torres.
Just caught that right off the end of the bat. And it perfectly out there into center field.
I think the goal was to keep September baseball looking like it did for the first 5 months,
yes,
as opposed to 15 moves made by a manager. We'll get a pitching change. Gilbert is out. And a right-hander coming in. And it might be Altavilla. He had been loosening. It is Dan Altavilla. 7-4 Sox in the 7th on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
Network.
This is ESPN Chicago, home of the
Hard slider at 92. Dan had a little trouble, and then we found out he had a lat strain. He had been so good, and when he started to struggle, you're looking for reasons why. 0-1, and it's popped up, foul ground, and out of play.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, not only as viewers like we are, just watching, but think about that as teammates and coaching staff and scouts. You're all like, what's going on with this guy? Because he was just lights out. Now all of a sudden he's all over the place, and you're like, what is going on? Or if somebody is unhittable and then teams are all over everything, it's like, he's either hurt or he's giving his pitches away.
He's ahead of Torres. Now step off.
That's one of the things about our business, right? There's always people trying to assess and figure out every single thing that takes place every minute of the game.
0-2. Low. Changeup, in air quotes, at 94.
Yes. White Sox, I think, on an average, if you think about how hard they throw their changeups off of their fastballs, it's basically 4 or 5 miles an hour off their fastballs instead of like the 8, 9, or 10.
Way outside on a sinker at 99. Two balls, 2 strikes.
One of the best pitches back in the 90s, guys, when they were behind in the count they throw, was a batting practice speed fastball.
Sliders low and outside, full count.
So in other words, if they threw their fastball normally at 92, 93, they throw one about 88, 89. Just hold it differently and get you just enough out in front of it.
Runners go, swing and a chop to Ramos, who backed up. He gloves it and throws him out at first base.
Nice arm Ramos was showing right there.
Tigers strand 2, Sox 7, Detroit 4 after 7 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Dear baseball fans, swing into action with Toyota's 2025.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
From short to right, and Trey Sweeney now playing shortstop. Benintendi takes high and outside. He was at the plate when Chase Mydroth got caught stealing at second to end the 7th. The 2-0 on the way. Swinging a 2-bouncer to Torkelson, and he'll flip to the pitcher. Here's Michael A. Taylor. He's 0 for 1. Got into the game as a pinch hitter in the 6th and was robbed of a hit. A diving catch by Meadows. Taylor takes a low sinker. Montero has an interesting windup. His body is facing third base, and he kind of turns his head toward home plate, twists his torso toward the plate, then turns away in his move. Is swinging a high fly ball out into left center deep, but playable for Riley Green, and with his heels on the warning track, he hauls it in.
Yeah, he's preset his lower half of his body before he starts his delivery, and then the upper body joins it.
Brian Ramos with 2 gone. And he fouls off to the right out of play.
Brian's had no problem walking up there ready to hit the first pitch. Last time up, first pitch pop-up.
Oh, 1. A swing and a miss. 0-2. Fletcher on deck.
Well, get him up there.
And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Fletcher will have to wait. We go to the bottom of the 8th from Detroit. Sox 7, Tigers 4 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
At Wintrust, our approach is to let South.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, stay.
Bottom 8. Sox lead 7-4. Sinker low. Ball 2. Altavilla works out of the stretch. Swing and a bouncer foul. Grant Taylor might be in play at some point. Got his first career win 2 nights ago. There's a line drive to the corner and left. Fair ball. Jones motoring to second with the leadoff double.
He just picked up his 10th double. Go out with 5 home runs. He's got some pop. 28 hits total.
Riley Green, the batter.
Always dangerous, Riley Green. He swings with bad intentions. I mean, Still blows me away. Is he 23 years old? Plays like he's 40.
When you mean that as a compliment.
Yeah, I mean like he's been in the league
24.
forever. 24 now.
And he hits a ground ball to first. Gobbled up by Meade. He'll take it to the bag. Jones now at third with one out.
You know, the get him over counts, but it's getting late, so that's not the intent. He was trying to drive him in. Yeah, when I say like a 40-year-old, I'm talking about he's so relaxed and experienced looking.
Sox will play their infield back against Torkelson. He was 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. And he fouls back and out of play. Uniforms do funny things, man. These dark uniforms. Torkelson looks like he's lost weight, but I don't think that's the case.
No, I'm going to agree with you.
He looks thinner with the dark blue uniform.
Yeah, he's not a little guy. He's definitely thick and solid.
0-1 is hit in the air out into shallow center, and it is a base hit. Mydroth tried to make a basket grab, couldn't get it, and it'll be a bloop double for Torkelson. Jones scores. It's 7-5.
Second time that a ball has gone off of a middle infielder and kicked far enough away to allow a guy into second with a double. Happened on a dive by Montgomery earlier. Knocked it away from himself toward the left field line. And then that one, it looked like Mydroth might make one of those spectacular grabs. Instead, he kicked it away from himself and the right fielder.
He had the toughest play of the three guys, but he was the only guy to get there. So he did what he could. Now Wenzel Perez batting left-handed. And he takes outside. Couple of doubles in the 8th. Detroit now within 2. Perez takes high.
As much as we've seen the White Sox add to their leads lately and come back from deficits, and you know the Tigers are not done. They're not a team that's saying, oh, this is over. Definitely not.
McTeal was told to make a mound visit. They're getting Jordan Leisure up.
Altavilla came in, got one out in the 7th. He's back out there to try and finish things up here in the 8th, which he's fully capable of doing. I mean, he gave up the double, been hit hard by Jones, but that was a little bloop there.
2-0 the count on Wenzel Perez. The pitch. A swing and a chopper foul right at home plate.
I think it's always interesting in our sport how you can, at the end of the day, look at the statistics and go, oh, that guy had a bad day. Did he? Gave up 4 flares, led to 3 runs. I mean, you have to know how it happened.
No doubt. The 2-1, low on a changeup. You mean you have to watch?
Yes, or listen.
Pay attention.
It's like a football game. Oh, it was 28-21 close game. No, it was 28-3, and they scored a bunch down the line and never was close.
3-1 pitch way inside. That's ball 4. And it'll bring up Zach McKinstry.
Definitely not what you wanted. Getting McKinstry up there. He's definitely a dangerous hitter.
Will Venable out of the dugout. He's got Leisure ready. So pitching change coming. Sox 7, Tigers 5. We're in the 8th inning on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of 4
And 1 out. Sox lead by 2.
Oh, he's got some work to do for sure. Let's go. Make a pitch.
Team leading 6 saves for Jordan. Here's Zach McKinstry. And he swings and misses. The role, in a lot of ways, of late relievers has changed quite a bit. We don't know if there'll be a save spot in the 9th. You hope that's the case. The 0-1. Fouled. But it's fair to say that the leverage spot may be way higher right here than it would be in the 9th. And while some teams have established 9th inning closers, a lot of other teams, they go with their best reliever in the biggest spot regardless of the inning. 0-2 is low on a slider. And then the other part is if you have, let's say, Leisure and Taylor tonight, you can use one here and then one maybe at the end if needed. But the one advantage of not having a designated closer is you don't have that extra pressure. And especially if a guy struggles, you don't have to answer the question every day. You're going to make a change? You're going to make a change? Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's out number 2.
Yeah, great point about that last part.
Just takes pressure off everybody.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Everybody gets saves. Everybody gets holds.
Until you get a Kenley Jansen or a Aroldis Chapman type situation, why do you have to have the title? I agree. That's a good point.
And I'm not saying, manager wants it so he doesn't have to deal with the media. It's not that. Here's Dingler. And a slider is a called strike. But when that manager gets asked that question, it puts the player in a tough spot because the manager has to give some sort of answer.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a great point because it eliminates that. And at this point, it's like to say, who's your closer? It's like the guy that's out there at the end of the game picking up the save. That's all.
Sox don't have one right now. Outside on a slider, they have a lot of high leverage, late inning guys. Leisure, Taylor. I would put Mike Vassell in that category. I would put Brandon Eisert.
A lot of guys getting work late, absolutely.
1-1, swing and a miss on a slider. And Altavilla came into the game in the 7th, first day off the IL.
Steven Wilson, late inning guy. So you got options.
The 1-2. Just high on a fastball.
Ultimately, the thing that matters is next year, these guys that are pitching late in games handle the pressure that much easier because they've done it before.
2-2 pitch, swinging a line drive, caught by Montgomery, the tall shortstop.
I was going to say, nice to have a tall shortstop.
I think Wickelman Gonzalez has a chance to pitch in some big spots late, maybe before the end of the season. Nice work by Leisure. We head to the 9th. Sox 7, Tigers 5 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in.
And the first pitch is a changeup way outside, slipped out of his hand. Montero 2 2/3 of relief. Has been charged with 2 runs. Swing and a miss on a curve. Both came on the Colson Montgomery homer in the 7th. Fletcher's 2 for 3, 2 doubles, 2 runs. He hits a chop back to the mound. Good play by Montero, and he'll flip it over to first for the out.
Hit a ball like that, and you're thinking, oh, if he gets past the pitcher. In that situation, no. Shortstop was right back up the middle to make the play if the pitcher didn't.
Here comes Edgar Carroll. He is 1 for 4 tonight.
He's due with a 1 for game.
Batting .289. And a fastball tracks high.
Nice take right there.
Pitchers of record right now. Smith for the Sox, Horn for Detroit. Another high one, 2-0. Cater Montero ready. The 2-0. Called strike.
Even though it was 2-0 and a fastball, looked like Carroll was actually taking there. He's not afraid to hit with the strike.
The pitch. Low on a changeup.
Where they really give him right center field and the right field line. And center fielder's way over toward left center field gap.
3-1 pitch misses high. That's ball 4. 1 out walk. Big win for Milwaukee. 5-2 at Pittsburgh. So they maintain a 5.5 game lead over the Cubs, who won earlier today. Kyle Teal will bat. Looks like pinch runner. Is that Corey Lee?
I believe it is Corey Lee.
Yep, for Carroll. First pitch to Teal. Curve is off the inside corner.
Teal's proven to be a good bat-to-ball guy. He's always ready to hit, but he can hit pitches away, down the middle, or in.
Swing and a miss on a curve. Aaron Judge playing right field.
He's back, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Toronto leads the Yankees 5-1 in the 8th. Fastball strike. Judge had a flexor issue and had not been able to throw, but he's good to go. One-two pitch, swing and a miss. Good changeup. Montero beats Teal, and that's the second out.
I was thinking about when you brought up that arm issue for Judge. Think back, I believe last year, I don't think it was 2 years ago, when he ran into that right field wall and hurt his foot.
That was at Dodger Stadium.
Yep, and so he has these things come up that set him down for a little bit, make him miss playing the outfield.
2 years ago, I believe.
Okay.
Yep. Sinker inside. Played 158 games last year.
And he didn't miss the whole season the year before that, but it did make him miss some time, especially defensively.
June of 23. Fouled by Meade, 1-1.
I know Judge prefers to play the outfield than DHing.
The 1-1 to Meade. And he serves one into right, a base hit. Lee on his way to third base. He'll get there.
Nice service, as you pointed out, for Meade, who's on an 8-game hitting streak, picking up a couple of hits today, and he's been hit by a pitch.
A.J. Hinch will make a pitching change. First and third, 2 outs, 9th inning. Sox lead 7-5. Back after this on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Dear baseball fans, swing into action with Toyota's 2025.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it
Half coming on a homer in the 7th off Montero. And he bats with runners at first and third. This could be a really big night for Montgomery.
He, too, has a massive space out there in right center field with the center fielder shading the other way.
Lee at third, Meade at first. 9th inning, 7-5 Sox. Sinker is inside.
Lee with a hard bluff down the line like he was trying to steal third. With third baseman playing over at shortstop, why wouldn't you? They can't pick you off.
Montgomery swings and misses on an outside sweeper. Holton with a 3.95 ERA. He's given up some home runs, 14 allowed in 66 innings. Swinging a bouncer to first. Torkelson will take it to the bag. That'll do it. Sox strand 2. We head to the bottom of the 9th. It's 7-5 White Sox on the Hard Rock Casino Sox Network. came on to pinch run, now playing short. Will get his first at bat. 2-run game. Sox lead 7-5. Leisure got the last 2 in the 8th. Back out here for the 9th. First pitch is a high fastball on the left hand, hitting Trey Sweeney. We are blocked. We can only see the top of the cap of the reliever in the White Sox bullpen. I'm guessing it's Grant Taylor. Swinging a fly ball the other way, left field. Benintendi is there, and he makes the grab.
Yeah, definitely not sure, but I would agree with you. And actually, it's a lefty that's up.
Okay, so Isert, I'm pretty sure, is that lefty. Here's Colt Keith. 1 for 4 tonight. Another left-hand batter. Fastball, strike call. Tigers have clinched the season series. They've won 7 of 10. But they've caught the White Sox in their best stretch of the year this week. 0-1 is high. Sox won 8 of 13 against the Minnesota Twins. They won 6 in a row to finish that season series.
I just feel it's really important at this stage of this season to show Detroit that the Sox have improved.
Sliders outside.
You know, they truly wouldn't know it until now. They haven't seen the Sox enough lately to realize, wait, they're going to go away from just this game alone and go, those guys are much improved.
The 2-1 slider right on the outside corner. 2-2. Leisure ready to work. The kick and the pitch. And a swing and a foul tip. Strike 3. Torres coming up with 2 outs. Leisure looking for a 5-out save.
Well, he went way upstairs. And Keith just absolutely went at one about chin high.
Strike called inside corner. 0-1.
Torres is that guy in their lineup that's patient. Doesn't swing at a ton of first pitches.
The 0-1. Called strike. 18 pitches, 12 strikes so far for Leisure. He's ahead of Gleyber Torres. The pitch. It's high. The tying run is the on-deck hitter. That's Jahmai Jones.
Leave him right there.
The 1-2. Low on a slider.
Or I should actually say, send him back to the locker room.
Wind still blowing out right now toward left and left center. The 2-2 pitch. And it's airmailed to the backstop. 3-2.
As much as you would like to have another chase at a high fastball, it's going to have to be a little bit closer than the last couple.
Funny, we've talked about the wind blowing out to left all night. 3 home runs, they've all been to right.
Sure.
The 3-2 is fouled. We've got confirmation it is Isert, just in case. He might be available for green if we get that far, but as you said, Leisure trying to end it right here. 3-2 pitch, fouled. He went after a high one. That would have been ball 4.
Yeah, and it's funny because if you look at Leisure, you're thinking, Was that by design, trying to get the high strikeout? It's ball 4, so I would hope not. Because if you don't have an aggressive hitter up there, you get the time run at the plate right now. So you should be trying to throw a strike.
Still 3-2. Torres leaning and waiting. The pitch. Fouled. He waited. The last second punched it foul.
I've asked Jordan that question before about, are you trying to get the chases on pitches up all the time? And he goes, no, I'm trying to get it down. Just it's hard for me to do at times.
Another 3-2. Swinging a fly ball, well hit out in the left. Benintendi's back. He's on the track. He makes a catch. And the Sox win it. That's 6 in a row. Another comeback win.
Yeah, we talked about it, and they got to the early lead. Then they gave that early lead up, but they didn't stop. They just kept on digging at these Tigers tonight. What a really nice, well-played game, especially after the collision between the pitcher and catcher, and both of them hung in there and still did some positive things.
I was just going to add that. Good to know that Teal and Smith are all right. Shane gets the win. 7-5 Sox, the final on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
At Wintrust,